everybody. I am LaShawn Tony with Embrace the Impact podcast, our first episode. Yay! So excited, guys. Yes, we did it, and we are so excited. And this is presented by Georgia's Impact, which is my nonprofit organization. I am LaShawn Tony, like I said before, and this is my co-host, Sierra Coleman, who will be introducing herself shortly. But we wanted to do this podcast because we have so much to talk about, especially with our autism children and a lot that happens in our community and in the world. But first, I am a mother of 5 children. Jorgia, if you guys might know us from Georgia's Journey, our YouTube channel, from Instagram, and probably from Facebook and Threads as well. But I am raising my daughter, who was first diagnosed with cystic fibrosis, and then shortly after, a couple of years after, she was diagnosed with autism. So we took to social media to vlog our journey because we wanted to not just raise awareness about autism, but what we go through as parents behind closed doors, because that is so important for people to understand our journey, our experiences, and our struggles, and what we do on a daily basis. So we wanted to do the podcast because we wanted to shine a light on a lot of issues, as well as things that we celebrate as parents with our children. We wanted to bring to light a lot of our experiences and day-to-day things that we just go through as parents. A lot of things happening in the world that we need to discuss. And hopefully we can create some changes or create some buzz around a lot of these issues. But that's why we're doing what we're doing, and we hope you guys enjoy. But right now, I want you guys to meet my co-host, my girlfriend, my sister, everything, Sierra Coleman. Sierra, introduce yourself, girl.
Thank you. I am Sierra Coleman. I am a mom of 4 boys. Sorry, I wasn't blessed to have my daughter, but my oldest has ADHD. But Christian, as you may know, we've been sharing our journey for the past about 2 years now. And Christian was diagnosed at the age of 2. He is now 6 now. He'll be 7 in December. And the reason why I wanted to jump out here and start this journey with Christian is because in the beginning I felt so alone, and I didn't have any family members or friends who had children that were diagnosed with autism. So the only way I could express myself was through writing and hopping on Instagram and Facebook and meeting. I've met so many moms, and LaShawn is one of the moms that I met. I think we're going on almost 2 years now, maybe a year and a half.
It's been a while. Oh,
and, I'm in Maryland, she's in California, so we are on different sides of the country. But just bringing awareness and also letting people see what they don't see, like in the home, the meltdowns, the potty training, the trying to get them to eat certain foods and they only want a specific type of food, school, IEP meetings, therapies. I mean, you usually have 1 or 2 doctors, and Christian has about 6 specialists, down from an eye doctor, just because he has an eye disease.
Yes.
Orthopedic doctor because he walks on his tippy toes, a behavioral specialist, occupational therapy, speech therapy. So it's a lot. So, and we did this podcast just to piggyback on what LaShawn said, was just to give people a safe space. And I'm not saying that there aren't any out there, because there are a lot of safe spaces, but just bring the community together so you can talk about how you feel. And it's not going to always be laughs and giggles. Like, this is hard. So we did this
no matter what it looks like. Yeah.
Right. So we did this podcast to just get everybody to come together, build a bigger community, and you're not alone. That's the whole point.
That's right.
You're not alone. Whether you know somebody that has it or not, you are not by yourself. So
we support you. Absolutely. We support
and
we're all the same journey.
Yes, we are. So and we're both authors, and most of our books do stem from just mental health and also learning about the disabilities that our children face every day. That's why we're here. We appreciate you guys for coming here. Thank you. So let's unpack and get into it.
That's right. I'm glad you said author, because I just came out with my 3rd book, and Sierra, she has a beautiful autism affirmation coloring book, and we will connect those links to our books and to all the things that we speak about. So you guys, if you're interested, you can purchase those as well. But right now, like Sierra said, let's get into it. one of the topics that we wanted to talk about that we found um, a little upsetting, but maybe we want to get you guys' opinion on it. But
Yeah.
how do you guys feel, or does it upset you, or it doesn't bother you? Everybody's different. But when people say, "Oh, your child doesn't look like they are autistic," you guys, how is that supposed to look? I mean, please, it makes me mad a little bit, but at the same time, it's like this is why we do what we do, so we can address these things, because autism and Down syndrome and those type of disabilities look different. So autism doesn't necessarily have a look. But some of our kids range from nonverbal to verbal. The spectrum is very wide range. So
Yeah.
our children suffer from different types of things within that spectrum. So it could be social anxiety, it could be sensory issues. All of them don't have necessarily sensory issues or things like that. It just depends on the child and where they are on the spectrum. But when they say your child don't look like they have autism, oh my God, it's like, really?
It's a trigger. It's definitely a trigger. And I get a lot of backlash because Christian was nonverbal from the time he was 2 up until he was
Right.
4 years old. Now that he is verbal and can communicate, oh, well, you sure he's autistic? And I'm like, just because he can speak now, regression does happen, and that is a fear of mine as well. And also, he has very, very high sensitivity. He has he eats non-edible objects. He eats lotion, hand sanitizer, so
yes,
just because he can communicate things does not mean that he's not autistic. And I get a lot of, well, are you sure he probably was just delayed? And I'm like, no, the things that he does, that's not a delay. There's some type of, mental thing that's going on with him that, people just don't understand. And
they don't.
so the look thing is definitely a trigger because
Yes,
I'm not understanding what they're supposed to look like because
right.
I don't know. So people say, oh, it's in the eyes. I don't see it.
Yeah.
But with this IEP photo that I have that's about this big, he's autistic.
Let me show you. But I'm glad you did mention regression, because that's a good thing to discuss as well, because a lot of our kids do regress. I mean, there's times when Georgia has regressed, and I'm thinking we have moved past this and that, and here we go again.
Right.
Like one thing we're in far as regression with her is the potty. She's potty trained, don't get me wrong, but she has started to have accidents more than she was before. And I'm like, where is this coming from? And it could come from her starting puberty. It could come from types of changes, uh, starting high school, or she's a senior now and her body's changing. And I know, right? A senior. Oh my God. Like, where did time go? I am so not ready. But I know you
grade
guys,
when we met. So I'm like,
right?
Come and see.
Like, really? And now she's doing her little work thing, within the school district. It's only an hour a week, and I shouldn't say only, because for our kids,
Big stuff.
But all these different things that they're experiencing could trigger regression. And like, how do you guys feel about regression? Or do your children go through a regression? Christian, you were talking about that. What type of regression did he experience?
That's a good question. He is potty trained, but I'm not going to say 100%. He is in underwear all day.
Right.
We still are using pull-ups because he cannot wake himself up to say, hey, I have to go to the bathroom.
Right.
So
I think
we're still doing that.
Yeah.
And right now, the pica stopped for about a year, and then over the summer it came back. He has a really, really big attraction to water, which, that's why he's in about to start swim lessons, because, that can be a good and a bad thing. But regression right now is just the pica situation. He's back to walking on his tippy toes again, which that was gone at one point, and now that is back. But the scary part for me is I do see and hear a lot of children when they get older hitting that 11, 12, 13 puberty stage, that's when the regression starts. Even though
Yeah.
he's only about to be 7, that
Right.
is a fear of mine. It's when, it might hit him when he's 10, 11. I don't know. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
how I'm going to deal with it.
Right.
So
But that
that's
makes sense
scary.
because they're getting older. So it
Mhm.
makes they're
I'm bigger. Christian's going to be tall. So I'm only 5 feet. So
right. But it makes sense. It makes sense. Really, it does. But I mean, our children, they grow so fast. So uh,
mhm.
there's, I mean, I get a lot of questions like, how do you deal with puberty with
Yeah.
autistic child? And that's tough. I mean, that was tough. Georgia started puberty at 12, and that was tough. That was tough. It was. I think I was at the gynecologist when that commercial, open, open, open. I'm like, help, help, help. He started, help me. But I know a lot of people don't agree with medication, but when it comes to puberty, I had to really consider that. And I did. And I think birth control really saved us.
Mhm.
It works good for Georgia. And I think you just have to try. It is trial and error with our kids anyway.
Yeah.
Um, but I think you have to try and see what works for your child, especially when dealing with puberty.
Mhm.
So that's what worked for us is birth control. Far as having a boy, you have a boy, I have a girl. So
Right.
I don't know what's gonna work for you. I can tell you what works for Georgia. And I think with boys, it's really different.
It
It's
is.
different. You're still getting there.
Yes, with Christian, the older two are 17 and about to be 16. So
Right, right,
we're dealing with that. But with Christian, with him being autistic, I just don't know how the puberty thing is gonna go.
right.
I don't know, even like, sexual activity. I don't know. I don't know how we're gonna, I
Oh,
don't know.
that's
So
scary.
that,
That's
that's what dad's gonna be for, because
back up. Did you say sexual activity? Like I can't even put that in the same sentence with Georgia. Like
I know.
our kids, like no way. I don't want to think about it, but
No.
those we have to think about seriously.
Even
So
with our children who are not disabled, you
that's
still,
that's true.
you don't even want to think about it with them, because it's like you're not supposed to be doing nothing. Ew. Go to school. Go to work.
Listen, my son is turning 19, and I'm like, I still find myself with movies on, girl. He about to be 19. I'm like, oh, don't look at that. You can't.
Right.
He like, mom, really? Like, it's hard, to see our kids growing up, but especially our autistic kids. It is difficult. Like, it's almost hard to accept. Like, I look at Georgia and I'm just like, oh my God, what happened to 9 and 10? But you
Yeah.
know what? I get a lot of people from our YouTube channel and our Instagram even talking about how I know I heard you mention about how you felt alone, in this journey.
Hmm.
Uh, I get how some of them feel. I've even stated how I feel like autism just kind of stole my life from me a little bit, and people are afraid to say those things, but it's so true.
It
I just
is.
feel like I had so much mapped out for my life and things I wanted to do and blah blah blah. And Georgia came along and it was like skirt,
Yeah.
you not doing nothing.
Yeah.
Um, so I probably can say I did go through a bit of a depression,
Mm.
because I felt like I can't do anything now. Like I always tell people I almost feel like I'm a prisoner in my own home. I'm in a better place now than where I was before, but
Mhm.
I feel like I was just bound to my home and I felt like there was no support. There was nothing out there to offer me help or assistance, or I had to figure things out on my own and research. And, that's what led me to write the books because I felt like, oh my God, there cannot be anybody out there going through this. This is devastating,
Right.
like, what are we supposed to do? And everybody's not married. I thank God I have a husband and I had kids who were able to help me along this journey. And
Mm.
even though I was surrounded with my husband and my kids, I still felt alone.
Yeah, you still feel isolated because that's all you know, and it's an everyday thing. It's like the same thing over
Yeah,
over. And I know we're not the only ones. So definitely, in the comments,
Right.
please type your answers, the whole regression thing, put that in there, everything, so we can relate, and also you can help us and we're here to help you as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when you just spoke on the depression and isolation, I just want to jump into another
Absolutely.
topic, the grieving stage, and not like a grieving stage of like someone has passed, but just a grieving stage of when you have a kid, you have expectations for your child. You
Yes.
have a
Yeah.
little boy, you want to throw them in, football and basketball, and their dad wants to do those things with them too. And if you have a girl, you want to put them in
Yeah.
dance,
Yeah.
ballet, and cheerleading. And when they have this type of diagnosis, you most likely can't right now.
Right.
And you grieve that child because it's like, wow, will they be able to do these things? And
Right.
we don't know until the older they get. And when your child is diagnosed with autism, you get a
Mhm.
whole list of what they can't do. You're not
Right.
getting a list of, oh, they'll be able to do this. They are telling you, no, your child not to
Yes.
talk,
Yes.
walk,
Yes.
to do
Right.
anything.
Right.
What?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
if you guys thought that same way, definitely let us know. But I
Please.
still feel that way, and Christian has excelled, but you never know.
You
It's
don't.
knowing
You.
it's always going to be behind you. It's always going to be creeping behind you, and it
Yes.
sucks. But
Right.
that's why we have this. This is why we're
Yeah.
here. That's why we have Instagram, Facebook, in
Yeah.
our minds, in our community. Dads too. That's why we're here. So
Right. And shout out to our parents who are single parents and doing this by themselves. Shout out, hands clap,
that's yeah,
hand waves, all of it. Shout out to you, parents. And the reason I say because this is not just a woman thing or just a male thing. We are parents. There are grandparents out there raising autistic kids. There are fathers out there doing it alone. There are mothers out there doing it alone. And shout out to you guys again. I mean, because I follow a mom on Instagram. I can't think of her name right now, excuse me, but she probably know who. I mean, hopefully she'll see this. But she has 3 kids that are autistic. Like, I can't imagine. I cannot imagine. And she is doing her thing, girl. And I want to bring her on here as a guest. And I hope she see this because I think she is so amazing. To get those kids up, pack their lunches, get them ready for school. Girl, you need a glass of wine when they leave.
right.
Coffee, wine, whatever makes you happy. But shout out to all you parents that are out there doing it alone because this journey is not easy being married. So I can't even imagine
It's
doing
it's, it's not, and
at
as a
all.
married woman as well, we're moms, and I don't care what you say. We're moms. We do the bulk of everything. The bulk of
Ev-
everything always falls on us, whether we have the
ev-
help and support or not.
yes,
Everything falls on us. The kids cling to us. It's just they don't even see the other parent. They're
it's
like,
automatic. It's automatic.
so.
It's,
But yes, to the single parents, not just moms but dads too. We applaud y'all because
yeah.
it's a lot with us having spouses. So
Oh
I know
yeah.
it's a lot, especially if you are working outside of the home. Unfortunately, I had to quit my job due to the
Ditto.
diagnosis and everything, and
Yes.
it's
Yes.
it's rough. So
Yeah. Yes.
again, kudos and
Kudos. Shout
yeah,
out to all of you guys. But if you guys have any questions for us, please put your questions in the comments.
yeah,
We definitely try to answer those questions. Hopefully, we'll try to go live next week and try to spend a couple of minutes answering questions and things like that. So don't be afraid to type how you feel, comment, ask questions, whatever you want, guys. Nothing is off limits. This is where we can do this. And this is why we wanted to do the things we do because I'm sure Sierra get questions from, people watching her channel and things as well. But that's why we're doing this because we want to address some of those issues that we can't always hop on and address when you ask, but we do our best. But
mm-hmm.
there's so much going on in the world that we felt that this would be a great place to discuss those topics and get your feelings on a lot of things that we can't, always address when it's happening at that moment. But now we have a place to do that. So we are so excited. And please, like I said, don't be afraid to comment or ask or however, that may be. But
Yeah.
Our, yes,
Let us
yes,
know what you guys want to talk about next too. So we
yeah.
of course
Oh,
have our itinerary, but let us know any topics. I mean, how you can help us if your child is potty trained throughout the whole day. Let me know. Give me some
how'd you
tips.
do it?
I'm tired of
Please.
buying pull-ups.
Yes, yes,
Um,
yes. Let us know.
definitely, throw some
Yeah,
tips over there. Send me an email or drop a comment or something because pull-ups
yes,
are expensive and his insurance does not cover them right now. I've tried and they don't. So.
girl. Look, this government stuff. That's a whole nother show. Listen, you know what? It is another show. But let me say this: this government stuff and this shutdown and this, I'm tired of them playing with us, girl, with autistic. Listen, we can't work. We are at home. A lot of us can't work. But when
Mm-hmm.
they stop covering the kids' medication and now we got to find other options to get their medicine or switch their medicines,
Mm-hmm.
creates that creates things that with our kids that people don't understand as well, because now we got to switch the medication they got used to taking, and now I got to find something because you decide you don't want to cover it no more. That it pisses me off. You
Yeah.
know, insurance is changing. Like they don't understand how it affects us as a family. Like I had to bring that up because I go through that every year, and it's like if y'all don't stop changing stuff and stop not covering stuff, it oh my god, it just
Yeah.
creates a whole domino effect as a family, because now we got to figure out, is this medication going, you know for instance, Georgia suffers from plaque psoriasis,
Mm-hmm.
and found a medication that was working so well with her. Like, girl, you couldn't even tell she had psoriasis. Her skin was so pretty, it looked so, I mean, I was so happy. She's not itching, she's not scratching. All of a sudden the insurance goes, oh, we're no longer going to cover that medication until she's 18. Really? So now we got to, now she's taking a medication that works okay, but it doesn't work as well as what was
Right.
working. And now she's like, mom, scratch, mom, scratch, mom. And it's hard to see your child going through that or suffering when she don't have to. There's something that worked, but you won't
Right.
cover it. I don't know if
Yeah.
you have
Um,
issues. It's sad.
I've had the issues because Christian has chronic asthma, so we're
Mhm.
in the hospital a lot. If you follow my page, we're in the hospital about 4 or 5 times a year,
I
and
saw.
some medications he couldn't get due to his age, which I understood. But then some was like, "Oh, your insurance is not going to cover this anymore. We have to go with the generic version." And I'm like, "Okay, well, is
Mhm.
that going to work as effective as the version that we had
Yeah.
prior to that?" And sometimes it does, it doesn't. I mean, we went through about 6 different medications, and
Oh,
right now he just started a new one in January, and I don't see much of a difference.
yeah.
It does go
Same.
back in December, but it's kind of like a hit or miss. Definitely trying more natural remedies where I can try to get him off as much medication, but at the end of the day, we just do what we can do. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, go get SSI for them." That helps, but SSI is not enough to cover your bills. It's
And it's
enough
not.
to help you, but it's not your income.
That's right. That's
So
right.
people have to also understand that too. It's
Right.
not that we don't want to work. If you
Right.
have a child that's chronically ill and has a disability, how? If you keep getting calls from the school, your job is going to let you go.
Right.
So you have to
Right.
figure things out, and that's why we became our own, bosses and our own business owners because we don't have anything else to do. We
It's
can't
hard.
do 9 to 5. So
It is hard. It's hard out here. Listen, let me tell you. I know it's hard. You have to. It's just no other way to do it. But a lot of our parents don't believe in their kids taking medication. If you guys are watching this, how do you guys feel about your child taking medication? Georgia takes medication. I mean, I'm not against it.
hmm
Um, I mean, it is what it is, and I'm not against you if you don't want your child taking medication. You have that right to choose what you want, for your child. I choose medication, and she's used to taking it. She's been taking medication since she was little, and it helps. It helps. It helps her sleep. God knows, I'm sure all of us deal with our kids not sleeping. Oh my God! Like Georgia, the medication helps, but as she's gotten older, it's like she will wake up, once or twice a night and just, tossing and turning or whatever. But for the most part, the medicine does help her rest, better than when she doesn't take it. I know when she hasn't taken it or I
Mhm.
forgot because she's like up, like, you know, and I'm like, oh, I must have forgot something. So, medication, we have to take it in our house. I mean, I don't know if Christian's on anything.
He in the beginning, probably the first couple years, the sleep
Yeah.
was you would have thought we had a newborn from newborn stage up until the age of 4.
Oh
He
yeah, I
didn't
believe.
sleep. He didn't sleep. He was up all night long,
Same here. Yeah.
increments of sleep. And we did try like some, melatonin. I'm not against it. We tried it. We had the
Right.
gummies, and it worked for maybe about
Every,
9 months. And then
every,
after that, it was like it didn't even affect him. Now
right.
he does sleep. I'm gonna knock on wood on that one. He does
Right.
now,
All of us.
but again, you just never know, and
You know.
you just keep the options open, and you are
Yeah.
ready for things to turn. And I'm
Yeah.
not saying like you prepare for the worst, because for most of us it's gonna come, it's
Yeah.
coming.
For sure.
So
For sure.
you just prepare, you already have your mind mentally set for like, okay,
Right.
he's doing this now, we doing good, but it may come back around. So I mean, let us know if you guys children have had issues with sleep. What did
Right.
you do? Are you still trying to do things? What has
Right.
helped? Not just for us, but other viewers as well.
Right.
We all want to know. All them secrets y'all have, you let us know your secrets. We're going to let y'all know ours, because we all need
Please.
to all the way around. So,
That's right. That's so true. That is so true. But I am so excited. I think we're going to be wrapping up here, guys. Our first
mhm.
episode, and I think this is going to be amazing, and I think this is going to be something that all parents can enjoy and get on here and talk with us and communicate with us. And we're here for you, whether that's support or to talk about the hard things, the hard topics, whatever we could do. You guys let us know, give us your feedback. But like I said, we'll have the links in the description, or whatever for you, far as our books, or whatever you need, or are interested in purchasing, or whatever, how you can get those things. We will post it in the links. I mean, in the description.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But yeah, again, like LaShawn said, thank you guys. We've been talking about this, I want to say, since
a
April.
long time.
And we are finally here now. And thank you guys for
Pat
subscribing, like,
ourselves on
even
the back.
being. Yes, yes, we
Yeah,
did it, and we did it because of y'all as well. Because who could we talk to if y'all weren't,
right.
here? And but again, thank you.
Thank
Definitely, like and subscribe. The channel. You'll get a new episode every Saturday. So by noon or before noon, it will be out there
you.
on our YouTube channel, Embrace the Impact, and you'll
Absolutely.
be able to see it. Please, please, please comment. Let us know your questions, and we are going to have live guests come on from time to
Absolutely.
time. And if you want to be a live guest, let us know. Like, let us know. We will chime
Yes.
you in. So thank you
Yes.
again for joining
Yes.
episode
And
1.
hang in there, guys. You got this. You made it this far. Keep going. We are here for you. Don't give up. Don't give up. The impossible is always possible. So we cannot wait to see you guys again and share more experiences with you all, and hope you guys share it with us as well. But thank you guys so
Yeah.
much for watching. Sierra, I don't know if you want to say something on the way out, but yeah.
The last thing I want to say is episode 2 will be next week, same time, same place. But episode 2, I'm not going to give you guys every little thing about it, but episode 2 is going to jump into after the diagnosis, the what's
Yes.
next, the why, the more emotional and mental things about autism and your child being diagnosed, and what did you do next. So that's
Yes.
all we're giving you. That's it. But
Yes.
definitely tune in next week. Again, thank you guys. We love you guys. And
Yes.
always, always, always embrace your impact, because it's
And
here. The
that's
best
right.
thing you can do is just embrace it and love it. So thank you guys. We love you guys.
Yes. And realize the gift that lies within your journey. We love you guys.
But love you guys. Bye.